Good day everyone, my name is Robilin Iko and I'm going to discuss about use of dangerous drugs, section 15. So what is the use of dangerous drugs? Person apprehended or arrested who is found to be positive for use of any dangerous drug after a confirmatory test shall be imposed a penalty of minimum of 6 months rehabilitation in a government center for the first offense. Subject to the provisions of Article 8 of this Act, if apprehended using dangerous drug for the second time, he or she shall suffer the penalty of imprisonment ranging from 6 years, 1 day to 12 years, and the fine ranging from 50,000 pesos to 200,000 pesos, provided that this section should not to have his or her possession such quantity of any dangerous drugs provided for under section 11 this Act, in which case the provisions stated therein shall pay. So, what is the purpose of this section 15 of RA 9165? Section 15 of Republic Act 9165 was created to address a big problem: the misuse and illegal trade of dangerous drugs in the Philippines. They made this section to set rules and punishments to stop people from using drugs illegally, selling them, or doing other harmful activities involving drugs. Who created this law? Section 15 of Republic Act 9165 was created by the legislative body of the Philippines, which includes lawmakers in Congress.
I am Marvin Dicos, and now I'm going to talk about who, when, and how Section 15 was implemented. Section 15 is primarily implemented by the law enforcement agencies such as the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency or PDEA and Philippine National Police. They investigate the drug-related cases, make arrests, and gather evidence for prosecution. The judicial system, including judges and courts, also plays a role in implementing penalties outlined in Section 15. When it was implemented, Section 15 of Republic Act 9165 was implemented when the law itself was enacted on June 7, 2000. It was approved and signed into law by the President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo on that. How did it successfully implemented? Section 15 of Republic Act 9165 is successfully implemented through a well-defined legal process. First, law enforcement agencies investigate drug-related cases, arrests are made, and evidence is presented in the court. Judges in the judicial system oversee trials, determine penalties, and ensure due process. Penalties are enforced through imprisonment or fines as ordered by the court, and rehabilitation may be part of the process, may be part of the certain process, all of which together help deter unlawful drug activities.
Drug Section 15 of Republic Act 9165 or the Comprehensive Dangerous Drug Act of 2002 in the Philippines, penalties for the use of dangerous drugs during parties, social gatherings, meetings, or any kinds of events are applied step by step based on the circumstances of the offense. So, what are the penalties under Section 15 of Republic Act 9165 that are applied step by step? Here is the simplified step by step explanation. First, the authorities or the law of enforcement agencies will collect evidences which may include seized drugs, drug paraphernalia, witness statements, or any kinds of relevant information that can be used in court. After the investigation, the case will go to court and legal proceedings will begin. The accused will have the opportunity to present a defense, and the prosecution will present its case, including the evidence collected during the apprehension. After that, if the accused found guilty, the judge determines the appropriate penalties considering the factors like the types and quantity of drugs involved. After the trial, if the court finds accused guilty of violating Section 15, it will proceed to determine the appropriate penalties. The penalties may include imprisonment and fines, depending on the specific circumstances and the quantity of drugs involved. If the quantity is less than 5 grams of shabu, methamphetamine hydrochloride, or other dangerous drugs of similar quantity and effect, the offender may face a penalty of imprisonment ranging from 12 years and 1 day to 20 years, along with a fine ranging from 100,000 pesos and to 500,000 pesos. And if the quantity exceeds 5 grams, the penalties are significantly harsher, including a lifetime imprisonment and higher fines. After that, the law of enforcement agencies execute the court's decision. It is either by confining individuals in correctional facilities or collecting fines. After the enforcement, some cases, the court may also order individuals to undergo rehabilitation as part of their sentencing, especially if it's their first offense. Rehabilitation aims to address the underlying issues of drug addiction and promote recovery. It is important to note that penalties under Section 15 can be quite severe, including imprisonment for a considerable duration and substantial fines. The exact penalties imposed will depend on the discretion of the court, taking into account the specific details of each case. Now, we will move on to the importance and benefits of Section 15 of Republic Act 9165 to the people and the communities in the Philippines. First, we'll talk about the safety and security. The communities are safer when the production and trafficking of illegal drugs are controlled, and rehabilitation helps in the reintegration of former drug users into society. Second, the health protection. It safeguards individuals from the harmful effects of illegal drug use by controlling the precursor, chemicals, and equipment used in drug production. Section 15 contributes to safeguarding public health and safety. It reduces the availability of dangerous drugs, thereby minimizing the harm they can cause to individuals and to the communities. In crime deterrence, Section 15 acts as deterrent against the use of dangerous drugs by imposing penalties on individuals who found using such substances. And in the law and the order, enforcing Section 15 contributes to maintaining law and order, ensuring that everyone follows the rules. Now we will talk about the last one, the community well-being. By addressing the drug problem and keeping communities drug-free will contributes to a safer and more stable environment. In summary, Section 15 plays a vital role in enhancing community safety, in health, and overall well-being by deterring illegal drug activities and their associated harm.